Thanks for joining us for Fox 31 News at 9. I'm Kim Posey. First tonight, the DEA says nearly 50 people have been taken into custody following a raid at a makeshift nightclub early this morning in Adams County. Agents say that club is run by members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. And of those arrested, the DEA says ICE determined 41 were in the country illegally. Fox 31's Rachel Saurer joins us in the studio with the new details tonight.
Yeah, Kim, a law enforcement procedure expert says one of the key takeaways from this is that this is not a raid where officers are just going after folks who are in the country illegally. This is a raid to address organized crime and make our communities a safer place to live. The DEA seizing guns, drugs, and large quantities of money and placing 49 people in handcuffs, with 41 of them being determined by ICE to be in the country illegally. With the DEA being involved, they're not focusing necessarily on the immigration side of things. They're addressing the organized crime aspect of it, which happens to be a well-known group that is known as TDA. James Allbee, law enforcement procedure expert, says TDA, or Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan gang, was the focus of the investigation. The gang allegedly ran a makeshift club near Federal and 65th, showing the reach of the gang has grown from just Aurora. We're looking at Denver metro area and a nationwide issue. I mean, it's Chicago, it's LA, it's, this problem is spread throughout the entire United States. Which is why, he says, multiple jurisdictions across the country are working together. It takes a lot of teamwork, and not just with the DEA here locally. We're having to communicate with people in Chicago and the DEA out there and local law enforcement out there. While the DEA says 41 of those arrested were in the country illegally, Allbee says that was not the focus of the search warrant and does not believe people without felony charges could have been caught up in the raid. It was a very specific demographic that was attending this gathering, and unless you were specifically known or invited to such gathering, you're not showing up with clean hands. I mean, you're part of the problem. For now, the DEA says they'll continue to work to keep the community safe from drug trafficking. We took people who were selling drugs. There was potential prostitution at the location. There was guns at the location. We know they're involved in much higher level drug trafficking, and a lot of them went to jail today. In response to the raid this morning, a spokesperson for Governor Jared Polis issuing a statement to Fox 31 saying, quote, "The governor is still learning details about the early morning action and welcomes the news that guns and drugs were removed from Colorado streets." Now, Governor Polis is committed to making Colorado one of the top 10 safest states. He hopes law enforcement continues to coordinate to keep guns and drugs out of our communities. In the newsroom, Rachel Saurer, Fox 31.